Man, I see everybody rolling in, man. Listen, if you joining right now, I want you to go ahead and tell me exactly where you found my page. If you found my page on Instagram, type Instagram in the chat, type IG in the chat. If you found me from YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, wherever you found me through my ads, I want you to go ahead and type that in the chat right now. So without further ado, let's get to it. Okay, I see IG, Instagram, I see Facebook, ads. All right, let's get it. Listen, welcome. In my Credit to Cash webinar, you'll be learning how to fix your credits, how to build your credits, and how to secure $50,000 in funding in 90 days or less. Listen, I will not be gatekeeping any information. So please take some notes. With all of this information, your life can change in 90 days or less, right? So presenting this webinar is me, myself, and I, Abdul Kamara. I'm your main presenter. Successfully, I own multiple businesses. I've made seven figures leveraging credit and having a personal brand on social media and monetizing my brand, y'all. Listen, this is 2025. If you're not making money with your credits or you're not making money with your phone, I don't know what you're doing and I don't know what to tell you, right? Listen, my goal for you today is to bless you with the information that you need to master the credit system so you can use it to start or scale any business so you can have financial freedom, right? And listen, even if you have bad credits right now, or you never use credits, or even if you don't have an LLC, right? So listen, note takers are money makers, right? I want everybody to grab a pen and a paper. Please take some notes, right? I'm taking my time to give you guys this information. So make sure you don't leave this webinar the same, right? And I want you to turn off your cell phone and I want you to leave your cell phone in another room, right? I want you to readjust your environment. If you have anything that can take your attention away, I want you to move away from that, right? So right now, I want everybody to go ahead and drop your city and location. I want everybody, before I proceed, I want everybody to drop your city and location. Okay, I see Miami. Drop your city and location right now so I know exactly where everybody is from, right? I see Miami, I see California, I'm seeing Houston, Dallas, I'm saying Philadelphia. If you know, you know, right? I'm from Philadelphia, man. When I moved from Africa to the United States, I lived in Philadelphia for about 3 years. And while I was in Philadelphia, I was actually homeless for 3 months. So I said Philadelphia, I said Boston, I said the DMV, I said Maryland. All right, let's get it, man. I see a lot of Miami, I see a lot of Atlanta. All right, let's get it, let's go. Listen, man. Everything I'm about to present is exactly how I've been able to get 800 plus credit score and got access to over $400,000 in funding. And I've been able to start multiple businesses which have generated me millions of dollars. And so imagine this: if I can move from Africa to here in the United States just 5 years ago, I was homeless for 3 months, sleeping in an abandoned house, right? To be able to do all of this stuff, I believe anybody can do this. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you, man, God is good. So I can guarantee you, if you stay with me, right? This is gonna be your last webinar, right? I know a lot of y'all jump from one webinar to another, finding the right information. But I'm telling you, if you stick with me to the end, right, this is gonna be your last webinar or your first webinar, and this webinar you will leave here and it's going to change your life. This is my credit score. I have about 817 credit score, right? And this is me at my warehouse. This is some of my credit cards, and this is one of my highest credit card that I have, a business credit card with Chase, right? $55,000. So listen, and this is not just about me, right? This is one of my students that went from having a 600 plus credit score to having a 700 plus credit score in a few months, right? And he got approved for about $100,000. Listen, go ahead in the chat. Tell me right now, if I help you, if I show you exactly how to get access to $100,000 in funding, is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? Or let's say if you have $100,000 in funding right now, what would that do for you? Would that be life changing? Go ahead and let me know in the chat right now, right? Ask me some question in the chat as well, right? What would $100,000 do for you? And if you stick with me to the end, I'll make sure you have all of these templates, all of the slides, and I'll make sure you have my business credit card ebook for free, right? So now let's talk about who this webinar is for. So who benefit the most from this webinar? So if you are someone who has bad credits, but you need the right information to be able to get your credit to 700 plus, so you can get cars, you can be able to buy a house, you can be able to move out of that new apartment that you want, right? You will be able to benefit from this webinar. Or you are someone who wants to start a skill, your existing business, right? But you need ways to get funding, right? Or lastly, if you are currently working a 9 to 5 with steady income, but you are living paycheck to paycheck and you are looking for ways to make your life better and for you to be able to have financial freedom, right? In America, everybody's in debt, whether you like it or not. So if you are afraid to use your credits, right, you're afraid to borrow money to start or scale your business, you'll be working a 9 to 5 for the rest of your life and you will not be able to experience certain things in life. You're not going to be able to spend time with your family, right? Let me know in the chat who wants to be able to spend time with their family, who wants to be able to have financial freedom. Go ahead in the chat, let me know. Comments yes right now if you want to have financial freedom, or if you want to be able to not work a 9 to 5 for the rest of your life. Comment yes right now in the chat. A lot of people don't think about this, but your rent, your car notes, your insurance, your student loans, your utility bill, all of those are debts. Let me know in the chat. Do you think because for instance, right, your rent, if you are paying $1,000 of rent, right, and you sign a lease for 12 months, you automatically owe that apartment, that landlord, $12,000 that you have to pay every month. If you don't pay, you get evicted, right? So because the day you sign an agreement, there's a figure set on your name, right? The day you sign that, there's a figure set on your name that you have to pay every month. So that automatically is debt. We live in a country where everything is debt, right? So why not you figure out a way where you can use certain debt, good debt, to be able to have financial freedom and change your life? So why are you always afraid of debt? Right? Because you're already living in debt anyways. And banks like Chase, they're giving out 50 to 150,000 0% APR. Like one of my students right here, he said, yo, AB. I said, what's good, fam? He said, approve. He said, Chase approved me within an hour for $50,000 in funding, y'all. So let me know right now, if you got approved for $50,000 right now in funding, right? What would you do with that $50,000? Let me know in the chat right now, right? So Chase Banks offers business loans and lines of credit up to 500K. And this is Google right here. So I went to Google and you can see right here, Chase offers business loans and business lines of credit up to 500K. So the banks are giving out the bag. And even the richest people in the world are leveraging credits, right? Like likes of Elon Musk, when he wanted to buy Twitter, he had to borrow $13 billion just to be able to buy Twitter. Jeff Bezos did it. He borrowed $2 billion. Jay-Z did it. They borrowed about $60 million. So they understand that even though they have the money to buy or purchase certain things, but they understand that it is best to use OPM, other people's money, the bank's money, right? Why would you want to spend the money that you already have? Why not use OPM, right? So listen, and I even asked ChatGPT, I said, what is the greatest tool to build wealth? And this is what ChatGPT said, right? The greatest tool to build wealth is leveraging specifically the strategic to use is to leverage other people's money. Credit and business funding allows you to access capital that you don't have. So if you don't have money, you don't got to ask your mom, you don't have to ask your dad. How many of you guys in the chat that you ask your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your uncle, your aunt, your brother, your sister, your mom, your dad for some money, and they could not give it to you? Sometimes it's not that they don't want to give it to you; they just don't have it. So if you don't have nobody to offer you some money or to loan you some money, why not you go to the bank? All you have to do is have a 700 plus credit score or 600 plus credit score, right? So listen, the internet has made information very easy right now, right? So modern technology will allow you now to be able to get your credit to 700 plus, even if you have bad credit, right? And I'm gonna show you guys exactly how you can get your credit to 700 plus on this call right now, right? We can easily gain access to unlimited amounts of funds. Let me know in the chat, how much funding do you think you can get access to once you have a 800 plus credit score? Let me know in the chat right now. Somebody says unlimited. Yes, unlimited funds. There's no limit to how much funding you can get. Every day, people are able to go in the banks and get funding, right? So listen, for those of you that don't really know me or properly know my story, right, and why you should listen to me, right? Like most of you, right? I've been at the lowest point in life, right? With nobody to help me, nobody to support me, or nobody to show me how to change my life or how to have financial freedom, right? So I want to share a quick story with you and explain who I am and exactly what I do, right? So my name is Abdul Kamara. On Instagram, a lot of people, I go by AB. So I own multiple businesses here in America and also in Africa. So because I figured that the best way to be able to be successful is to borrow money and start businesses and make investment, right? So when I moved here to the America, right, from Africa, I'm like, I don't want to be working a 9 to 5. I don't want nobody to control my time. Right. First of all, working a 9 to 5, somebody has to tell you when to take a vacation. You gotta be controlled by what time you gotta wake up, when you gotta spend time with your family, when you gotta go to bed. I don't want that for myself, right? So I realized that the best way, I need to figure out how to use my credit to start businesses and make investment, right? And back in 2020, this was me when I was writing out some of my goals. And one of my first goals that I wanted, this was, you can see right here, back in 2020, right? One of my first goals is I wanted to be my own boss. Right, I wanted to call the shots. Right, I don't want nobody to dictate, tell me when I need to spend time with my family, when I need to go on vacation, when I need to go to bed, wake up, when I need to take a break. I don't want that. Right, but of course, at the moment, I understood that yes, I will work a 9 to 5 for the next 6 months, but this is not something I want to do for the rest of my life, right? So one of my first goals is I wanted to be on my own boss. One of the second thing that I had on my list was I want to be in position to teach other people financial literacy, teach other people, how I can help other people financially. And that's why I'm doing stuff like this, getting on webinars, giving you guys free training, because I have passion for this stuff. I truly want to help people, right? And lastly, I want to be able to take care of my family. Now I'm able to take care of my family, travel the world, right? And this is something that you can also achieve, right? So this was me waiting on the bus, working at Amazon. Let me know in the chat how many of you guys, sometimes, life, it's so hard, just waking up in the morning. How many of you guys, you can do something better with your life, right? How many of you guys know you don't want to be working a 9 to 5 for the rest of your life? Let me know in the chat right now if I'm connected with you guys, right? So what I did was I did a strictly 6 months. I locked in on learning and implementing everything that I was learning, moving with speed and taking action. Because a lot of times, a lot of y'all, you see the information right in front of your eyes, but you're not taking action. You're not ready to really do what it takes to really like change your life. So make sure you guys, right? Make sure you take action. Make sure you ready to move with speed, because taking action. That's what really shows that you are determined to really change your life, right? Because success loves speed. So this was my life changing moment. This was me. This is where I used to live. This was an abandoned house, and this was my second apartment. In Southwest Philly. And these were some of the cars that I wanted. If you follow me on Instagram, I own a lot of these cars. I own multiple Wranglers. I own a wide body Scat. I own multiple Corvettes and stuff like that. Right. At the end of the day, we got to manifest. I want everybody to type manifest in the chat. Type manifest. We got to manifest our dreams. So type manifest in the chat right now. So listen, I tried saving 20K for 6 months, but guess what? I could not. I could not do it. Because once you really start trying to save $1,000, how many of you guys have $10,000 saved right now? It is hard. So instead of trying to save certain amount of money, why don't you stay down, understand this credit stuff, fix your credit, build your credit, get some funding, get 20, 30, $50,000 plus from the bank, right? You don't have to save 20,000. You don't have to save $10,000. You can get that money from the bank and really change your life, right? So, but then I started learning about credits, right? I figured I could use this credit to start my business instead of, going to work for somebody else and trading my time for money. Right. So this was when I really started diving into like using credits. I was buying cars from the auction. I was flipping cars. I was buying cars from IAA and Copart, and I would fix these cars out and I would rent these cars out. And one thing that I did that really changed everything for me, I had somebody that wanted to rent one of my cars, but he decided that he wanted to buy one of my cars, but he decided that he would rent the car and do a lift at the time. So then he was paying me $400. So imagine somebody paying me $400 every week. So that's $1,800 a month. So what I did was I started buying more cars, and I was renting cars to Uber, Lyft, DoorDash drivers, and I was making $10,000, $20,000 a month, right? All because and guess what? All of the funds that I was using to buy these cars, I was using my credit cards, right? So this really changed my life and really put me at a pedestal. So then I was like, you know what? This is going good, but I really need to lock in more. So guess what happened? I started losing my close friends because we were not on the same frequency. So let me tell you this right now. If you are ready to really change your life, you need to lock in. And guess what? You are going to be losing close friends. Another thing that happened to me was the relationship that I was in. I lost my girl because because 9 out of 10, what you are used to, a lot of people, other people around you is what they're already used to. So once you try to change, they're not used to that. You are a different person, because for you to have a better life, you need to be a different person, right? So a lot of people are gonna they're not gonna feel accepted around you because they don't want to change, right? Type this in the chat. People don't want to change, and if they don't want to change, you got to let them go. I want you everybody to say let them go in the chat, right? If somebody doesn't want to change, you want better for yourself, you got to let them go. So let them go in the chat. So I stayed away from my family members because they wanted me to to stick to working a 9 to 5. They wanted me to continue working at Amazon, and I knew I wanted something better for myself, right? So the year I changed everything. It was very challenging, very stressful. That's why the easiest way to be successful is to use OPM. That's what successful people do. One thing I never wanted to do was to work for somebody else and not have financial freedom, right? So it was very challenging and very stressful at that time. But once you really know what you want, once you know what you deserve, you're not gonna stop. You're not gonna stop chasing it, right? So listen, in 2022, I made my first six figures. 2023, I made over $500,000 just by renting cars, right? And now I own a warehouse. This is my warehouse. We bought this warehouse for about $500,000. Now, guess what? This warehouse is worth about $800,000 because we already put some work into it, and it is a business right now, right? So this is some of the cars that we own. This is the warehouse right here, right? So listen, my transition to where I am right now, I moved to America in 2019. I moved here to America in 2019. And 2019 to 2020, I was broke. I was living in an abandoned house. I was working at Amazon. 2021, I started flipping cars. I was doing lifts. I started my car rental business. 2022, I made my first six figures. 2022 to 2023, I made over $1 million. And then I knew, oh, the sky's the limit now. Then I started teaching this stuff. 2022, that's when I really started teaching on social media, because now I was making a lot of people, and I wanted to help people. I wanted people to see that there is a better way. You don't have to work a 9 to 5 for the rest of your life if you don't want to, right? So listen, I've made seven figures, and if it's not just if it wasn't for credit, I'll probably still be broke. I'll probably still be working a 9 to 5, right? So if you're on this call right now, I urge you to stay down, get your credit right, and I promise you, whatever it is that you're going through right now financially, it will change. Credit changed my life, and I'm from Africa. The clubs, the clothes, the shoes, eating out, smoking hookah with your friends, smoking weed all of the time, all that stuff, it can wait. You can have a balance in the future, but for right now, you got to prioritize your credits, right? And you'll be able to live in abundance. I'm a living proof. If I can come from Africa and do numbers like this, why can't you, right? And listen, I want you to imagine yourself right now. Imagine yourself right now and imagine yourself 5 years, right? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? So if you know you want to make X amount of money, you want to have free financial freedom, you want to be able to spend time with your kids, your family, your loved ones, well, you got to start right now. So the life that you want in 5 years, you got to start putting in work so you can be able to live that life in 5 years, in 2 years, right? And this is not just my results. This is one of my students. His name is Prince. So I help him get approved for over $100,000 in funding, right? And I also help him start his own car rental business. And he's only been living in the United States for 2 years. He's from Africa, right? He's also from Ghana. So right now he's currently making over $10,000 a month after quitting his 9 to 5. This was me and him at the dealership, right? This is also Mike and Chima, two of my students, right? So Mike is a YouTuber. He was like, "Yo, AB, I want you to teach me this stuff. I want you to teach me how to get my credit, up." So I helped him. I showed him how to get his credit up. He was able to buy his dream car, a Corvette C8, and now the funding that he got, he's using that to scale his YouTube, right? He's investing into, he has a videographer, he's paying influencers, he's paying artists to get on his 20 V versus ones, and he's making a lot of money now. Also, this is Chima. Chima is also an influencer. He has about 200K, 200K followers, over 300K followers on Instagram. He paid me. He tapped in with my program, and I also showed him exactly how to get his credit right, right? And he was able to buy his dream car. an AMG $0 down. So they both got into my program and they learned exactly how to get their credit to 700 plus. Got approved for funding, and got approved for their dream car. So that's the importance about credits, right? You'll be able to get approved for cars, get approved for their house that you want. Get approved for funding to start a scale businesses. But you accepting that, oh, I'm gonna just put this to the side, you're gonna lose out on a lot of opportunities. So the opportunity cost for you staying down and fixing your credit or getting funding is going to cost you way more, because there's things like interest, there's things like missed opportunities, right? You don't want that for yourself, right? So I've helped thousands of people directly from my content and from my mentorship, because I realized that if I can come from Africa and know all of this information, I need to pass it on, right? So this was me in Africa. So this was me in Africa, and I'm doing charity now. So I'm in position to take care of myself and to be blessing to others, right? This was me doing charity. In Africa. So this is a blessing, right? So the thing about changing your life and using credit and having financial freedom and living in abundance, you're not just doing it for yourself. You're doing it for the people around you, your family, your kids, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, right?
Yo, what is good, man? Y'all already know I'm in Africa right now. West Coast Africa, Sierra Leone, man. This is just one of the investments, and I'm always teaching credit to cash investments, right? The past 2 years, I've been doing nothing but buying real estate, well, mainly in Africa, buying land, right? And I've been investing in Bitcoin, right? Projects and altcoins, right? So, bro, we have about an acre of land right here, right? One acre of land, that's like 10 town lots. This is just one of many.
B, I want to give you a special thanks, bro. I got out of prison a day after Christmas, and I put $20 on your Instagram, and just learning about the things that you sent me to the Instagram. You calling me, putting me inside your special chats, helping me understand credit and wealth and understanding. I went and learned some things. I'm not gonna give away too much here because I paid for it. Fuck it. But I'm picking out 2 of these Nissans today, man. No money down. I came here. I don't have no money, no cash in my pocket. I'm picking 2 of these, and I'm gonna leverage my credit and start my own rental car business. Bro, you inspired me. You showed me, and this is not even 30 days out of prison. So anybody can do it. If I can do it, secret. Follow AB. Take care of the business. Read what he says. Follow that man. That man gonna tell you what to do. Here it is, 2025, $0. Zero down, 2025. Here it is, another one, 2025, $0. These both offer rent. They're going on the rental platforms. I'm following a simple formula. Like I said, I got out of prison 30 days.
So listen, I can go all day, show my students and wins and the people I've helped, right? But listen, I want to show you guys this. I want to show you guys this real quick, right? So this is somebody who has a 620 credit score to 639, and somebody who has a 760 to 850 credit score. So somebody with a 630 credit score is paying $225,000 in interest, and somebody with a 700 plus is paying $130,000. Look at this. Is this fair? Somebody with bad credit is paying over $100,000 in interest, and somebody with good credit is paying $100,000 more. The same thing with a car, a $45,000 loan, right? Somebody with good credit is paying $6,000 in interest, and somebody with bad credit is paying $23,000. So this is what I'm talking about. So just by you having bad credit, you're gonna lose out on a lot of opportunity, and you're gonna spend a lot of money that you don't have to. Right? This person is paying over over $15,000 in interest. That is crazy. Is that fair? Let me know in the chat. Is that fair? Somebody, the same house, the same price, $300,000. Somebody's paying $100,000 more in interest, right? So listen, this is my 4-step formula you can use to leverage credit into cash flow. The first thing first, you got to make sure you set up your LLC. So make sure when you're setting up your LLC, you got to make sure you have a generic name, a name that is not tied to a high-risk industry like real estate, clothing brand, car rentals, etc. So you can actually use your own last name. You can use your personal name, right? The second thing, you want to make sure you have a business address, right? You can go to places like iposter1.com and have a business address. The third thing you want to make sure you have is a business phone number, right? You can go to like a website like Ring Central and have a business phone number. And another thing you want to make sure you have is having a business email, right? And lastly, you want to start opening some business account. So if you really want to leverage your credit, you really want to use this credit stuff to change your life, these are the things that you want to make sure you have. Now, for everybody who has bad credit, this is the number one software that you can use. It's called M2 DIY Dispute Pro. I want somebody to type that in the chat for me right now. M2 DIY Dispute Pro. Listen, this is, you see everybody talking about credit sweep, credit sweep, credit sweep. Now, if somebody is doing a credit sweep, a lot of people, a lot of credit gurus are not going to like me for this, but this is the website you can go to actually do a credit sweep, right? To actually fix your credit. Right? Of course, it's not free, but that's why that. But you gotta invest. You gotta make that investment anyways, right? Because if you're not comfortable paying $97 to get your credit fixed, then you will be paying things like high interest, paying thousands of dollars, just by be able to finance same things that other people are financing for way less, having a high interest rate, right? Or not even getting approved for things. So make sure this is the website you can use to actually, if you have bad credit, to actually clean up your credit. Now, a lot of people want to know exactly, a lot of people want to know exactly how they can build their credit, right? So listen, the first thing that once you want to, if you want to like be able to get approved for things, get approved for funding, the first thing that you want to know is these are your data points. So the first thing first, you want to make sure you have 100% payment history. Second, you want to make sure utilization is under 10%, right? Next, you want to make sure you have zero derogatory. And next, you want to make sure you have at least 4 years of age. If you don't have 4 years of age, you can go to places like TradeLineSupply.com to add age authorized user on your credit report, right? Next, you want to make sure you have 7+ account, right? And next, you want to make sure. Lastly, you want to make sure you have 3 or less inquiries. And then you're gonna be able to. And this is what we do. This is how we structure our business, our LLC. This is how we clean our credit. This is how we structure our data point to be able to get 0% APR. And guess what? You can use this 0% APR to start to scale your business. Now your life can get better, right? So listen, these are some of my mentees, right? These are some of my mentees. Like one of my mentees right here, he said 100 points increase is insane, right? And this is somebody else. He said my credit was finalized. You look at the updates, right? This is somebody else. He said my John is moving. 195 points increase, right? So, and we're not just getting our credits, we're not just fixing our credits, we're making sure we're using our credits to start businesses, credit to cash flow and getting funding. Like one of my students, he was able to get approved for $365,000, right? $365,000, right? He was like, yo, this real? He got approved for $75,000 on a Chase credit card, just one credit card. And then I asked him, how much funding do you have right now? He said $365,000 after I gave him all of the plays, right? And this is somebody else. One of my students, he's making he said, quick question, what's the Facebook marketplace? He had about 9 vehicles, right? So he's currently making 6 figures. He's currently making 6 figures. This somebody else, he said, bless up my brother. I'm doing numbers on Turo, right? I have people making crazy amount of money, making 6 figures renting our cars. So now I have a question, right? Do I have your permission to offer you all on this call right now a done for you my credit restoration program where you will be working one-on-one with me to get your credit to 700 plus, right? So you can be in position to buy cars, buy a house, or get approved for apartments and get approved for credit cards, right? Also, for those of you that want to learn all of this information, a proven mentorship to be able to turn your credit to cash, right? And at this point of the webinar, you basically have 2 options. Go at this alone, do all of this stuff alone and spend thousands of dollars, right? Trying to figure all of this stuff out and getting frustrated and wasting 3 to 10 years of your life. Or number 2, you can work one-on-one with me and be in a mentorship with other people, right, on the same journey as you, so you feel comfortable, so you don't feel alone, so you have more confidence, so you know you're on the right path to financial freedom, right? So for everybody on this webinar, I want to present to you my mentorship, Building Bosses, right? But before I proceed, I wanna answer 3 questions, right? So make sure you go ahead and ask some questions in the chat about everything I said about how to fix your credit, how to build your credit, and how to get funding. So make sure you type some questions in the chat right now. I'm gonna be looking at the chats and going and asking some questions, right? So this is welcome to my mentorship, right? So you're gonna get comprehensive credit repair strategies, how to achieve an 800 plus credit score, step-by-step guidance on setting up your LLC, proven methods to secure $250,000 in funding, inside insights to lucrative how to start your own car rental business to make $20,000 a month, marketing strategies, how to boost your rental business to make passive income. You also will get question and answer. So, and you also get a vibrant community with other like-minded people. And I also will be doing a bi-weekly calls, and I also will be having other experts in different industries like real estate, Airbnb, trucking, etc. Right? So listen, and for those of you that want my done-for-you credit restoration, so if you are somebody on this call, you want me to personally help you with your credit, right? So I also have a done-for-you credit restoration program where you'll be working one-on-one with me, right? By now you are wondering what is the investment? How much do you have to pay?
These talking out of their neck, don't put no coffin out of your mouth. I'm way too paranoid for a threat. Hey, let's get it, bro. DOT, the money, power, respect. The last one is better. Say just a lot of goofies with a check. I mean, I hold them sentiments symbolic. My temperament bipolar, I choose violence. Okay, let's get it up. It's time for him to prove that he's a problem. Clicking up, but pay not be legit. No 40 water, tell him. Yeah, get up with me. Sneak this in first person shooter. I hope they came with 3 switches. I crash out like rap. This metal melt if I had to. Got 2 T's with me. I'm snatching chains and burning tattoos. It's up. Lost too many soldiers not to play it safe. If he walk around with that stick, it ain't Andre 3K. Think I won't drop the location. I still got PTSD. Mother, the big 3. It's just big me. These talking out of their neck, don't put no coffin out of your mouth. I'm way too paranoid for a threat. Hey, let's get it, bro. DOT, the money, power, respect. The last one is better. Say just a lot of goofies with a check. I mean, I hold them sentiments symbolic. My temperament bipolar, I choose violence. Okay, let's get it up. It's time for him to prove that he's a problem. Clicking up, but pay not be legit. No 40 water, tell him. Yeah, get up with me. Sneak this in first person shooter. I hope they came with 3 switches. I crash out like rap. This melly melt if I had to. Got 2 T's with me. I'm snatching chains and burning tattoos. It's up. Lost too many soldiers not to play it safe. If he walk around with that stick, it ain't Andre 3K. Think I won't drop the location. I still got PTSD. Mother, the big 3. It's just big me. These talking out of their neck, don't put no coffin out of your mouth. I'm way too paranoid for a threat. Hey, let's get it, bro. DOT, the money, power, respect. The last one is better. Say just a lot of goofies with a check. I mean, I hold them sentiments symbolic. My temperament bipolar, I choose violence. Okay, let's get it up. It's time for him to prove that he's a problem. Clicking up, but pay not be legit. No 40 water, tell him. Yeah, get up with me. Sneak this in first person shooter. I hope they came with 3 switches. I crash out like rap. This melly melt if I had to. Got 2 T's with me. I'm snatching chains and burning tattoos. It's up. Lost too many soldiers not to play it safe. If he walk around with that stick, it ain't Andre 3K. Think I won't drop the location. I still got PTSD. Mother, the big 3. It's just big me. These talking out of their neck, don't put no coffin out of your mouth. I'm way too paranoid for a threat. Hey, let's get it, bro.
This is my student again. He's going crazy.
I reached out
He
to him
has
like
his
a couple
Hellcat.
months
Some of you guys know
Yo,
him.
fix my
He be
credit.
going crazy with that Hellcat, right? So these are some of my students. Like my guy Nabi. He's making sales with doing e-commerce. Because I have different things in my mentorship. It's not just car rentals. I'm teaching different things. Crypto. I have different people coming into my chat sharing information, right? So this is another thing he said. He said, ready for funding. He said, good afternoon, everybody. All of the trade line posted, ready for funding, right? This is my guy. He said, late payments can move. He said, hello, everyone. Just wanted to share some good news. I got this morning. My credit score went up 109 points. Let me know in the chat. If you have 100 points added to your credit score right now, what would your credit score be? Drop that in the chat. Let me know. Somebody says 724. Somebody said I have a 506 credit score. Somebody said it will be 674. Let me know in the chat if you have a 100 points increase. I'm gonna show you guys exactly how you can have 100 points, 200 points in your credit score, right? So listen, this is all of one of my other mentees. His name is Jared. He said good credit removal. Up 61 points, right? So I have a lot of testimonials. This is somebody that's in my chat. Olivia, she does credit repair. Say clients went up 20 points from February till now using the 24-hour credit karma removal AB posted. So let's get some testimonials, right? And this is somebody else. Ty in the chat. He said, AB, you got me feeling like a professional. Capital One collection removed. And this is my guy Nabi. He said, I added collection on my credit report for 2 years. I did the play AB stated in 48 hours. Collection was deleted. How many of you guys have collections, repos, charge up? I'm gonna show you exactly how you can get those stuff removed, how you can build your credits, get funding, start a business, and make some money, right? So my students are now getting approved for $50,000 in business credit card. This is one of my guys. He said, yo, AB. I said, what's good? He said, approved. Chase approved me for $50,000 in funding. Let me know in the chat. If you got approved for $50,000 in the chat, what would you do with that funds? Let me know in the chat right now.
Shout out AB for giving me proof of
So
these
this is one
credit
of my other
cards.
students.
Not only that, I
He
got two
tapped in
rental
with me. I
cards that will
helped
be
him get
making me
approved for
passive
about
income.
some
Shout out AB
Amex,
for giving me
some
proof of
Navy
these
Federal
credit
Capital One,
cards.
and he
Not only
also
that, I
making
got two rental
$10,000
cards
a
that will be
month. I'm gonna let
making
you
me
guys
passive
listen to it.
income. Shout out AB for giving me proof of these credit cards. Not only that, I got two rental cards that will be making me passive
Yep.
income.
So he got some rental cars. So this is my guy. He tapped in my mentorship. His name is Nabi. He's making about $10,000 a month. He's also from Africa, and he's doing the economy play. I'm gonna let you guys listen to what he has to say.
So shout out to my mans. You need it, he got you. 1, 2, 3. 2 more again. The GPS in right now. Hey yo, shout out to AB for helping me my credit and helping me make passive income. These cars right here.
Hey, shout out to my man's AB. I reached out to him like a couple months ago. He helped fix my credit, build it, stay there. And now I got approved for 2022 Hellcat, 0 down. If you want to learn how to do this, tap on AB.
So she tapped in with me. She said, AB, I'm a college student, right? I'm going crazy right now, man. Drop some fire emojis in the chat right now. Y'all really singing everything. If I'm communicating with somebody right now, drop some fire emojis in the chat.
Hey, shout out to my man's AB. I reached out to him like a couple months ago. He helped fix my credit, build it, stay there. And now I got approved for 2022 Hellcat, 0 down. If you want to learn how to do this, tap on AB.
Nice, right?
Zero here, and yeah.
Shout out my guy AB.
This is one of my other students. He tapped on my mentorship. I helped, and now he's making over $10,000 a month. I'm gonna let you guys listen to what he has to say. He's making about $10,000 a month. Right, he's dropping the dream cars and all of that stuff, right? So listen, man, I got good news for you guys today. Good news, you will not be paying the price all of my students in the past paid just to be able to talk to me, just to be able to tap in with me, right? So you will not be paying that price today. You will not be paying this price today because in the past, just to be able to work with me, you have to pay me $4,000 just to be able to be in my mentorship. It has to be $4,000 because I know my worth. Because I know I'm getting you approved for $50,000 or $100,000. I'm getting you approved for cars. I'm saving you $5,000, $10,000 down payment that you don't have to pay. You're gonna be buying cars $0 down, right? You don't have to get declined, right? You're gonna be getting approvals. So to be able to work with me is $4,000. But for today, you will not be paying that price. Like for instance, like Tabitha, she paid me about $4,000. Like aYou'll, he paid me about $4,000, right? Look, Tabitha, even though she paid me $4,000, I got her approved for $35,000. And this is her Instagram, right? She's making over $20,000 a month doing credit repair, right? And fixing other people's credit. I helped her get approved for $100,000. So let me know in the chat. She paid me $4,000 and I got approved. I helped her get approved for over $100K and she's making over $20,000 right now. Is that a good thing or is that a bad thing? Let me know in the chat. Let me know if that's a good. Somebody said good thing. Yeah, that's a good deal. Okay. Now I'm communicating with some of y'all. So this is not your typical mentorship for your credit restoration services, right? I've been doing this stuff for about 5 years. I've absolutely mastered this stuff. I've invested over $100,000 in investments, mentorship, personal development, right? So I've put together the best service, the best product, the best mentorship that anybody can tap into and get results, right? So let's summarize everything you will get. Right. So my building boss, you're gonna learn exactly how to get your credit to 700 plus. You're gonna get home videos, courses that you guys can watch. Right. You're gonna be getting a bi-weekly and weekly one-on-one mentorship call with me. You're gonna be learning how to get your credit to how to get approved for $100,000 in funding, how to start and scale your own car rental business. Or if you're somebody who wants me to do the work for you, you were like, no, I don't want to learn right now. I want to pay you to actually fix my credit. I also have a done for you credit restoration where I also fix your credit and you also work one on one with me.
I want to give you a special thanks, bro.
Right? I know
I
this
got
will
out
be
of
like
prison
for some
a
of you
day
guys
after Christmas,
because just like my guy
and
Ben,
I
he
put
came from
$20
prison, right?
on your
In 30 days, he was able to get
Instagram,
approved for a
and
car,
just learning
$0
about the
down.
things that
And
you
now
sent me
those
to the
cars are making you
Instagram.
passive
You
income.
calling
Now I'm
me,
gonna let you guys
putting
listen
me
to
inside your
exactly what he
special
has to say.
chats, helping me understand credit and wealth and understanding. I went and learned some things. I'm not gonna give away too much here because I paid for it. Fuck it. But I'm picking out 2 of these Nissans today, man. No money down. I came here. I don't have no money, no cash in my pocket. I'm picking 2 of these and I'm gonna leverage my credit and start my own rental car business. Bro, you inspired me. You showed me. And this is not even 30 days out of prison. So anybody can do it. If I can do it, secret. Follow AB, take care of the business, read what he says, follow that man. That man gonna tell you what to do. Here it is, 2025, $0. Zero down, 2025. Here it is, another one, 2025, $0. These both offer rent. They're going on the rental platforms. I'm following a simple formula. Like I said, I got out of prison 30 days ago. This shit's simple. You can do it too. You need help? You get into my DMs, I help you out. Dealing with AB, I've become a credit guru. I've become a credit help specialist. So now I fix my own. I got these 2 personal loans out on me. I'm gonna fix this so I can go back and get me some more. I'm leveraging my
chat right now. Right? If you're ready, if you're gonna be the next person that locks
I
in
want to
and
give you a
change their
special
life,
thanks, bro.
right? I want
I
you
got
to
out of
type "I'm next" in
prison
the
a
chat
day
right
after.
now. Right? So for you to start working with me today, the price you'll be getting to start will be truly a blessing, but it will only be for only people who are ready to take action fast, right? Fast action takers, right? So I'm going to do something special for everybody on this webinar today, a fast action reward for action takers, right? Only for those who are ready, who are only live on this call, right? And this mentorship will plug you into a network of real support, weekly guidance, direct one-on-one access to me. And if you want to opt in to sign up for my done for you restoration, you also be working one-on-one with me, right? So also for everybody signing up today, man, I have something special. I want everybody to say special in the chat. Type special. I say, yeah. Y'all want something special, right? Y'all want bonuses? So for everybody that is signing up today, number one thing that you will get a done for you funding affiliate. This is a program where I will offer you a done for you funding company where you can make about $5,000 a month. And I'm gonna show you exactly how you can send a client towards me. And each client you can make about $2,000 to $5,000. right? So for everybody signing up today, this is something that you get, right? And number two, I'm gonna make this even more valuable. I'm gonna give to you all that take action today, my step-by-step layout to getting collection charge off remove in 24 hours. Just like my guy right here, he said collection gun. You see, I had a collection on my account for about 2 years. I did the play AB stated, in 48 hours it was gone, right? And number three, right? Bonus number three, my blueprint, right? To build your business credits, right? And how to get your payday score increased to 80 step by step, right? And bonus number four, you're gonna get how to remove inquiries in 24 hours, right? Bonus number five, you're gonna get my secret lenders list, all of the banks that you can go to and go get a bag, right? And lastly, bonus number six, a lot of you have bad credits right now. I'm gonna give you guys exactly how you can get into a Navy Federal, how you can get approved for funding, right? Even if you have bad credits, right? And guess what? This is a full refund risk free. So I'm very intentional who I work with. That's why for everyone on this call, I'm giving you an opportunity to book a call with me, right? Risk free. So if I don't give you the full value, you get a full refund, right? Of what you'll be paying. So that's how confident I am that I'm going to be able to help you out, right? I'm going to make this information worthwhile for you, right? So the reason for booking the Zoom call with me is for me to familiarize with you, for me to know you, for me to understand your goals, for you to ask me more questions, so because I want to know everyone that comes into my program. I want to understand their situation and I want to notate their goals, right? So for limited spots only, for limited time only, for those of you on this call right now, action takers, people who are ready to invest in themselves to make that change. So instead of paying $4,000 just to be able to talk to me, right? For everyone on this call, I'm offering you a $297 credit to cash financial freedom blueprints call, right? So once you book this one-on-one call, one-on-one credit to cash call, right? For just $297, I'm gonna make sure you get at least $2,000 plus in value instantly. So you're gonna get $2,000 plus in value. Number one, you're gonna get my business my funding ebook that is priced at $297. So that ebook alone, I sell it for $297. You're gonna get that. And the second thing you're gonna get my $997 credit repair course that is priced at almost $1,000. Right? You're gonna get that instantly to your email, right? And on this call, we're gonna talk about we're gonna go over your credit report. We're gonna make sure we do a 50K funding plan, right? Plus lenders list, banks that we can go to. We're gonna do a 30-day score boost. I'm gonna show you exactly how you can boost your credit score in 30 days. We're gonna make sure if you're ready for funding or not. We're gonna talk about that. You're gonna get the replay, you're gonna get the full replay right off this call, right? And guess what? Your $297 applies to the mentorship. So if you want to sign up for my mentorship, the $297, not only you getting all of these bonuses, it will also apply to if you decide to sign up for my mentorship or if you decide to sign up for my done for you credit repair service, right? And you also get a free 7-day access to my mentorship, right? But I only have 5 spots. Right? So you got to act fast. So now let's talk about results. Me personally, coming from Africa just 5 years ago, right, to being homeless for 3 months, sleeping at a bando, to making 7 figures. Now being in position to grow my business to 7 figures and helping other people. Because I don't think anybody has created this level of success for themselves and others in this time frame in 5 years. So imagine what you guys can do, because me, I had to learn English. English is not even my first language. So coming from Africa, I had to learn English. I had to learn a lot of new things. But you guys already live in the United States. So imagine what you guys can do in the next 6 months, the next 12 months, in the next 2 years, right? So literally, I'm a black man coming from Africa, not knowing anything about credits, not knowing anything about car rentals, having 0 followers on Instagram, not knowing how to start a business, never had a business before, to making life-changing decision and to be able to change my life, be able to change my family's life, my loved ones, to be able to do all of this phenomenal stuff, right? So now let's talk about what I've been able to help my clients achieve over the years, right? And everyone who makes 6 figures in my mentorship, I make sure they personally link up with me with a in-person mastermind. This is where I help them scale to 7 figures, right? And I cannot stress this enough. I cannot stress this point enough, right? I have spent over $100,000 in mentorship, coaching, one-on-ones, countless hours of studying, right? countless hours, waking up at night, mastering this credit game. I've done all of the hard stuff. I've done all of the hard stuff for you guys, right? So this program is for you to be able to fast track your journey and not make the same mistakes that I did, right? So here's the reality. Let me tell you guys the reality real quick. You don't have to do anything right now. You don't do anything right now, and your life, your life stays the same, right? That's option one. Option two, you try to do all of this stuff by yourself, and you struggle for years because you cannot do something you've never done before. You cannot do something you don't know how to do. Option number three, you start your journey with the world's best. You start your journey with me, right, and be able to change your life. So listen, the time to act is now. I can't stress this enough. Just remember, sometimes it's the smallest decision that can change your life. This was me. This was me from Africa. I was working a 9 to 5. I was stressed out. I have to wake up very early in the morning. I don't have no financial freedom. This is me right now, traveling first class. I've been to Dubai. I go to Africa. I've been to Paris. I've been to Jamaica. Right? I've been to London. I'm traveling first class. I'm enjoying my life. Just 5 years in the United States. So imagine what you guys can do. I also have a 7-figure business, right? That we employees. So this is the power of taking action and being intentional about your goals. Because if you don't do anything, nobody's coming to save you. That's the reality. Nobody is coming to save you. So it doesn't matter how long you take to struggle, your situation will be the same. But if you start taking action in a matter of months, in a matter of years, you are living in a better, you are living a whole different life, right? Opportunity cost, right? So listen, building boss mentorship blueprint. You're gonna learn a lot of stuff. You're gonna learn how to fix your credits, how to get business funding, how to build your credit while paying your rent. You're gonna learn things how to get into Navy Federal. You're gonna learn how to make $10,000 with the economies, how to make 25K with luxury and exotic cars, how to start your own credit repair business, how to start your own funding business, how to grow your Instagram. I'm gonna show you guys how to post content, how to do reaction videos, how to hide your utilization, how to drive cars for free. You're gonna learn a lot of stuff. How to liquidate, how to take money from your credit cards, right? So for limited spots only. And I only have about 3 spots. So make sure you guys are taking action because I'm gonna be putting the link right here. I have about 3 spots. I see Suzanne just tapped in. I see Prince just got his own spot, and then I see Miranda. Miranda just signed up. So listen, for instead of paying me $4,000 for everyone on this call, I'm offering you a chance to book a call with me to talk about your goals for only $297. Credit to cash financial blueprint call, right?
Appreciate it, bro. Bye, bad, bro.
Now this
Hey,
was one
what's
of my
up, bro? You just got
mentees.
that
He
bag,
tapped in
bro.
with
I
me. He paid
think you
about
definitely got
4,000. Now
approved for
just to
over
even start working with me.
60,000. You
Now I'm
got
gonna let you
approved
guys
for
listen to
5,000
exactly
with Chase.
what I did.
You got
What
approved
he got
on the
approved for.
personal side with Bank of America. Total like 16,000, 8,000 on both, and then on the business side, you got approved for another 8,000 and 2,000, and then Truist, you got approved for like 13,600. And then with DC, you got approved for
Shout out to
21,000, and then
Christine.
you also have an
Christine just locked
85,000
in.
approval, bro.
I
How do
have
you
about
feeling
two
right now,
spots
bro?
left. I'm gonna add. I'm
Man,
gonna
I
add
feel
more.
so
I'm gonna
good,
add more
man.
spots right. I'm
Nah,
gonna
for
add
sure.
four more
Shout out to
spots. So make
UAB,
sure
man.
it
Nah,
was
so
Shout
only
out
what do you think
25,
of?
but I'm
everything,
gonna add a
man.
few more
Nah,
spots
for
right
sure. What do
now.
you think about my
Christine just locked
mentorship,
in.
bro, so
All right.
far?
Everybody should definitely check it out.
Uh,
It's
uh,
100% legit.
yeah.
You won't regret it. Check
Nah,
them out.
nah, for sure, bro. Listen,
He's a
he's
guy
Shout out
right
to
there, man.
Manny.
Check him
Manny
out.
just locked
nah,
in
for
on the
sure. He went
call.
crazy. Already over six
All the
figures
calls right
in
now. You guys
approval,
are
man,
leaving.
man.
Appreciate it, bro. Bye, bad, bro.
Hey, what's up, bro? You just got that
This is
bag,
one of my
bro. I
students.
think
I
he
helped him get
definitely got
approved for
approved for over
$152,000
60,000.
in funding. Right? This is somebody else, Hector. He tapped in with me. That's a shout out. He gave me $50,000 approval.
We
Right?
just got approved for like $100,000,
This is one of my students,
bro.
Gene. He
How
tapped in
much
with
in
me. I
total
helped him get
business
approved
credit
for
card funding you have
$200,000
right
in
now
funding.
on the business side?
On the business side, we around 100K
A
right
hundred,
now.
100K on the business side. What about the personal?
Personal, we around 115.
115. So total, you over $200,000 in funding, bro.
Correct.
How important it is to have good credits, and what do you think about having good credit in
Let me know in
general?
the chat if 200,000 that would be
Good
life
credit is
changing for
amazing,
you,
right?
right? So I see Kiki. I see Kiki. I have one spot left. I have only one spot left for you to start working with me. It's going to be only $297. I see Kiki just tapped in. He just booked his call right now. His success call, right? So let's talk results. Personally, me coming from Africa just 4 years ago, never heard anything about credit or anything. Anything I do right now, I invest in. So if I can do everything that I do, I believe anybody can do all of this stuff, right? I believe everybody can do the same. So if they decide to put in the work, be patient and stay disciplined. Because of knowing credits, right? Because people are still locking in. Somebody said open more spots. I have to put my credit card. Okay, listen. Because of knowing credits, it's an asset. Let me know in the chat. Should I open more spot right now? Type in the chat right now if you guys need an extra few hours after this webinar. I'm gonna leave the link open for a few more hours so you guys can go ahead and book that call, right? Because of knowing credits as an asset, I'm able people to see. Type yes in the chat right now if you guys want me to open more spots so you guys can go ahead and book that call. Type yes in the chat right now. So because of knowing credits as an asset, I'm currently able to live at a penthouse, right? Behind me, I live at a penthouse. That's the Mario Marquez, right? Downtown Houston. I'm currently able to live at my penthouse, drive exotic cars for free, travel the world first class, and I've been to 10 different countries. I've made 7 figures, right? And that has helped me to have financial freedom, all because of credit. But I got bad news. Listen, I got bad news. Those bonuses are only for fast action takers. Not everyone here will be able to get these special bonuses, right? They are only reserved for people who are ready to take action fast, right? You must face the truth, right? Life can go one of 3 ways, right? One, don't do anything about your life and stay where you are. Two, try to do it alone and struggle for years. Three, start your journey with me today so I can guide you or I can mentor you, right? So I've been able to change so many lives. I've had mentees who are making multiple 6 figures. I have mentees who have quit their jobs, right? I have mentees who are now in position to take care of their self and their family, like my guy Prince.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
So these are two of my mentees. I'm not just teaching people online.
Build their credits, and they
once you
both
hit that
have
7
over
figures, once you
500K
hit those 6
funding, and
figures,
they are
once
both
you
leveraging
got
credits
access
to
to
create
over
passive
100K,
income and to
I have
change their
my
life
mentees
and to help
coming
their
to
family. So
Houston,
listen, right?
linking up with me.
I got a
We
question.
do the
How
masterclass, showing them exactly
important it is
how
to
they can
have good
scale,
credit,
right? So
and
this
what
is two
can
of
you
my
do with credit?
mentees. I have them that are
Credit
put
is
over
extremely
500K
important.
funding,
You
and I'm
get
gonna let
cars,
you guys listen to
you get
exactly what they have
cribs,
to say.
you get anything you want. So what are you doing with credit? Right now, I'm leveraging my credit and building and scaling my ATM business. On top of that, I'm also doing the car rental business with AB right here, tap in. Okay. And then from there, we're gonna go into real estate and everything else. So that's the thing about credit. You can pretty much get your credit to 700-800 once your credit is really built out, and you can create passive income. So I'm with my other mentee, Alex, right here. So Alex, how important it is to have good credit, and what exactly are you doing with your credit?
Yeah, so having credit is pretty good because you can leverage it. You can put in multiple sources of income, such as like Airbnb. You can buy cars, rent them. You can do multiple things.
So what exactly are you doing with your credit?
So right now, I've been doing Amazon for about 4 years now. I'm currently already scaled to $750,000 just using my credit. So I'm pretty much just leveraging the bank's money to make more money and living passively free.
So listen, that's the good thing about credit. You can literally get your credit fixed, build your credit, get to 700-800 credit score, and now you can create passive income and you can pretty much change your life. But this is how we pulled up to places. Yesterday we was at the gym, and today we about to eat. So, y'all need to tap in, man. I'm out.
AB, I want to give you a special thanks, bro. I got out of prison a day after Christmas.
Those were two of my mentees.
And I put $20 on your Instagram,
Jen is doing,
and just learning about the things that you sent me to the Instagram. You calling me, putting me inside your special chat.
One of my other guys. He tapped through with my mentorship. He's making over 20,000 at this time of the video. He was making about 10K, but now he's doing over 20K. After I showed him exactly how to fix his credit and also how to fix other people's credit. I'm gonna let you guys listen exactly to what he has to say. And guess what? Once I teach you guys this information, you can always go teach other people, teach your family, your friends, or you can sell this information. If you learn how to fix credit, why not sell that and make $10,000-$20,000 a month? Like my guy, I showed him exactly how to fix credit, how to build credit. Now he's selling that stuff. He has a credit repair company, and he's making over $20,000 a month. I'm gonna let you guys listen to what he has to say.
Anytime I have problems about credit, any questions, man, you're always there. So I just want to salute you, bro. Appreciate you, man. Hey, what up, bro? Just want to let you know, man, I appreciate you for putting me on game about the credit repair. Thank you for showing me how to do my own credit and also showing me how to repair people's credit. I appreciate you, man, for everything you've done. I'm just sitting in Target right now, actually just thinking about how far I've came, you know, in the past few months. Between me and you, I finally hit that, you know, close to 10K mark this month, well, last month, right before Christmas. You know, looking forward to building up on this month, man. I really just want to let you know, bro, I appreciate you. I'm giving you your flowers early.
So listen, right? Here's what we covered today: how to fix your credit, how to get your credit to 700 plus, how to structure your personal plus your business credit to get access to 50K in funding, how I went from homeless to making 7 figures and mastering all of this credit stuff, and also the difference, you know, the different trial and error, you know, and all of the blueprint, right? So listen, if you are accepted to move forward, my full mentorship is $2,497, and my done for you credit restoration program is $1,500, right? But I do have payment plans. So if you know you can't pay this in full, I do have payment plans, so you don't have to worry about that. But only the $297 is only reserved for fast action people, right? So I'm gonna put the link right now. You guys can go ahead and book that call. The $297 call fee will apply 100% towards whichever program you want to sign up for. If you want to sign up for my mentorship, the $297 applies to the $2,497, and the $297 applies to the $1,500. So you only have to pay the balance of that. Or if you want a payment plan, I will offer you a payment plan while we're on the call. But either way, once you pay the $297, you will get $2,000 plus worth of bonuses just for booking a call. Right? This isn't a sales call. It is a result-driven planning session. So if you are a good fit, I will show you how we are going to move forward. Right? If not, you will still walk away completely with a credit to cash blueprint. Right? So even though I said I'm only doing 5 calls, right? I do have few spots available, so go ahead and book that call right now. I'm gonna keep this open. I was only gonna keep this open for about 5 people, but I see a lot of you guys are been participating. A lot of you guys want to lock in, so I'm gonna open the link for a few more people to lock in. So go ahead and lock in right now, because once I get off this call, that's it. So
Man, what is going on, man? Y'all already see what we got going on.
You can be next.
Vince here with me. This is my mentee. He invested in himself. He's only been in the United States for 2 years. Y'all already know, man. If you've been following my page, I've been in the United States for 5 years. But for somebody like Vince to only been in the United States for 2 years, the cars we are picking up right now. But listen, I'm going to let him do all the talking. I don't want to even say too much. Listen, Vince, I want you to tell him what we got going on. How did you get this card? $0 down. He got this card $0 down. How much did you pay me for mentorship, man?
4 bands.
He paid me $4,000. Let me ask you this, bro. So you paid me $4,000. Do you think that was a good thing or a bad thing?
I think I have to pay you 10 bands.
He said he got to pay me 10 bands. But listen, why do you think you had to pay me 10 bands even though you paid me $4,000? How much funding have you got?
100K.
Over $100,000. And how many cars do you currently have after you locked in with me?
7.
He got 7 cars in the fleet. How much are those cars doing right now monthly?
Like 8 bands.
So the cars that he already has are doing $8,000 a month. This is why you gotta tap into mentorship, right? A lot of y'all trying to do things on your own. If you've never done something before, you don't know how to do it, bro. We're picking up a C300 right now, $0 down. This is an AMG, right? He's been in the United States for 2 years. I've been in the United States for 5 years. This is my salesman, Ricardo. This is real stuff. All offer credits, over $100,000 in funding, right? This is why you gotta tap in. Man. So listen, I want you to show them the chase. Show them the chase. And how much credit score do you think that's a good thing? He started with around 600 credit score. And right now he over 700 plus credit score. Getting cars $0 down, bro. A lot of y'all keep wasting time. Right now the economy is crazy. This is why this is the best time for you to lock and invest. Buy some crypto, buy some stocks. Get some assets like this. These are assets. These are not liabilities, because he's going to be renting these cars out and make some passive income. 5 years in the United States, 2 years in the United States, 2 years. A lot of y'all was born in the United States. A lot of y'all been in the United States for 5, 10 years. You're not doing this stuff because you don't know how. Man, listen, man, I appreciate my guy, Ricardo. How many cars have we got, bro, in this dealership?
Damn, now it's more than 30 cars now.
We got over 30 cars. Like,
cars.
we do this shit in real life, bro. But yeah, I see what we're going on, man. Let's check out the car. Let's check out the interior, man. Yeah. I see what's going on. Check out the interior. Show the interior real quick. That's crazy. Look at the interior, bro. $0 down, man. Come on, buddy. Yeah, man. So listen, man. If you want a one-on-one mentorship with me, tap in right now. Let's get it. Let's go. What is going on, man? Y'all already see what we got going on. I have Prince here with me. This is my mentee. He invested himself. He's only been in the United States for 2 years. But y'all already know, man, if you've been following my page, I've been in the United States for 5 years. But for somebody like Prince to only be in the United States for 2 years, look at the cars we are picking up right now. 2 cars. But listen, I'm going to let him do all the talking. I don't want to even say too much. Listen, Prince, I want you to tell him what we got going on. How did you get this car?
$0.
He got this car $0 down. How much did you pay me for mentorship, man?
4 bands.
He paid me $4,000. Let me ask you this, bro. So you paid me $4,000. Do you think that was a good thing or a bad thing?
I think I have to pay you 10 bands.
He said he got to pay me 10 bands. But listen, why do you think you had to pay me 10 bands even though you paid me $4,000? How much funding have you got? Over $100,000. And how many cars do you currently have after you like
Yeah, man, that's the
7? He got
He
7 cars in the fleet. How much are those cars doing right now?
Like 8 bands.
So the cars that he already has are doing $8,000 a month. This is why you gotta tap into mentorship, right? A lot of y'all trying to do things on your own. If you never done something,
nobody on this call is paying $4,000. You guys can book your one-on-one credit to cash call for only $297. And once you book that call, I'm gonna make sure you get $2,000 plus in value. Instantly, you're gonna get once you pay the $297, you're gonna get my funding ebook for that is priced at $297. So my funding ebook already provided you enough value for the $297 you're paying. And then the next thing you get all of my courses. You get my $1,000 credit repair courses. We're talking about 5 videos. Each video is about 20 minutes, right? So that alone is $1,000, $997. You also get that for free, right? Plus, so that alone is already $1,500. Right, and then you also get a credit report audit. We're gonna talk about a 50K funding play. We're gonna talk about ways to boost your credit score about 30 days, how to get funding, and a lot of stuff. Right, and the $297 will apply to if you want to sign up for my mentorship, or it will apply if you want to sign up for my done for you credit repair. Right. So listen, man, sometimes it's the smallest decision that can change your life. This is me from Africa, not knowing anything about credits, working a 9 to 5, stressing out, waking up early, coming back home very tired, packing boxes. And this is me relaxing, traveling the world, first class to Dubai. I've been to London, Paris. This is, I have all of the cars you guys can think about. I have to having 7 figures, business, and all of that stuff, man. I have completely financial freedom. So I hope you guys have had a lot of value on this call. Continue. I'm gonna put the link. Book your call. Once you get on the call, write your goals that we're gonna talk about your goals. And if you cannot pay the full price, I do have payment options that can fit everybody's financial situation. Again, I appreciate everybody showing up, participating. Go ahead and book that call. And I cannot wait to talk to you guys, listen to your goals, and show you exactly how you can get financial freedom, how you can get your credit score up. That's it. Big thanks. I'm out. Go ahead and book that call right now. I only have a few spots available.